Sky for Newcastle Fans TV. Burnley 1, Newcastle United 0. Uh, wow. Very deflated today. It's just a very defensive manager versus defensive manager type performance. Winter, horrible cold. I'm happy I watched this in the house, to be honest with you, instead of making the trip all the way down to Turf Moor. But as usual, I'll go from the very beginning. The starting team, we had a couple of changes. Manquillo came back in midfield, while Longstaff replacing Shelby, who picked up a knock and didn't travel, and Jordan was pushed out wide. Carroll was played through the middle, and Atsu came in for the injured Alan St-Maximin as well. But if you missed it and you've came to me to see how the game went on, you missed, from a Newcastle perspective, absolutely nothing. We didn't have a shot on target in the whole 90 minutes. And we just, for the most part, just lacked severe amounts of creativity. And I've seen a couple of pundits name Almiron in their worst team of the season so far. That's what Newcastle look like without Almiron. I know he's only a part of the piece, and you've got Alan St-Maximin obviously there as well. But without them, man, and John Joe, we just lack so much. Their pace on the counter-attack helps us so much, man. And the day it just was not there. In the first half, there was very little to shout about. In fact, I don't even remember a chance. I think Joe Linton had a half volley or something like that just went wide. Or Andy Carroll had a header that went wide. But other than that, very, very little. Burnley didn't have much either. The one critique I probably have is the alarming critique. The amount of fouls Burnley gave and the referee didn't give them absolutely anything. I don't think they had a booking before half time. Ashley Barnes in particular just swiping and kicking at people, and for someone his size, the way he goes down, it's just pathetic, to be honest. Going down like he goes down for free kicks and that. But I suppose he's an experienced striker, and that's what good experienced strikers are good at, drawing fouls and things like that. But we're going to the second half, and I thought it can't get any worse. But we just didn't have anything at all. I think I recall Atsu having a run or two. Manquillo trying to have a couple of runs in there, but other than that, very little. In the lead up to the corner, Fernandez tries to shield the ball out. Chris Wood pushes him over, and it rolls onto his belly and out for a corner. And it's a blatant free kick. He pushes him over, and the referee gives the corner. And then from that corner, the ball goes in, back post, Dubravka. I don't know what Dubravka was doing. He tries to go out. I think he's going out to collect the cross, but it goes behind him, and Chris Wood, easy header, 1-0. And for me, the corner shouldn't have happened, but let us know in the comments what you think. Burnley fans in particular, you're probably going to be biased and say Andy Carroll was a bit of an knobhead today. But I was expecting a bit of a response from Newcastle, from this one. And we brought on Dwight Gale, and fair play to Bruce, because when it's wrong, Rafa didn't usually do this. Rafa usually stuck to one system and that's it. But Bruce tried to change things, and he went 4-4-2. He brought Dwight Gale on, and Mutu for Atsu. Unfortunately, they just didn't make any difference. We did have a really good chance 10 minutes after Burnley's goal. Jolinton, with a good bit of strength, gets Taylor, I think, off the ball, their fullback, plays it across to Dwight Gale, and it's a Dwight Gale chance, 6 yards out, the goal's gaping, and he puts it wide. I've been waiting for Dwight Gale to get that kind of chance for weeks now, since he came back from his injury, to prove that he's a good enough striker to play in this team, especially with Jolinton at the moment. And he puts it wide, and that's the closest we came. The game just fizzles out, and it ends 1-0. Newcastle, as I said before, didn't even so much start a shot on target today. Very disappointing, but I don't blame Bruce in the slightest for today. I think he set up correctly with what he had. He tried to change things in the second half, and fair play to him on that, but I'm not going to blame him on the basis today. I think all the creative players are out. All the players that make things happen from set pieces are also out as well. You like CSLs and Lascelles and Kieran Clark, they're both out as well. John Joe, who's really helped the team with his goals in the past couple of weeks, out. But I'm deflated at the moment, because it was very piss poor performance, but we just lacked a severe amount of creativity. I'm just hoping we can pull back against Palace, hoping we can get like John Joe, Almiron back into the fold for next week, because by God we do need them. But from a Burnley standpoint, it's a very Sean Dyche performance today. Good result for you lot, because you had lost a couple of games on the bounce, conceding 9 in your last 2. So getting a clean sheet's good for the defence. I think he'll be alright. He'll be one of their mid-table teams. He's like the modern day Stoke. I don't mean that as an insult. I really don't. Stoke, in their heyday in the Premier League, were one of the hardest teams to beat, and especially at Turf Moor as well. So with every greatest respect, I think he'll be a solid mid-table team this season. As for Newcastle, we missed the chance to go into the top 6 for a win the day, believe it or not. But I think we stay 11th, maybe even drop down to 12th, with Crystal Palace coming in next week. But comments, let us know, how do you think we played today? Not very good. But let us know what you think going into next week. Later on the channel as well, Lee and Johnny are down there. Lucky so-and-so. Doing the scoring the players and the final word, as well as the vlog that'll be out as well for everybody. But yeah, subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV if you haven't already. If you're a Burnley fan, you're dropping by, hello, please subscribe, please leave a like on the video as well. I've been Kyle for Newcastle Fans TV, and yeah, be last on match of the day, won't it? But yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Ta-ra.